guys, Tramson here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Hello.
Today, we are going to get another Songflower, guys, and do a little bit of farming.
Where would you like to fly to?
In Winter Spring.
For the Horde.
Last episode, we got ourselves 10 Chronoboon Displacers. Not bad. So if we do get world buffs, we can store them in our Chronoboon Displacer. Took us 2 quests we had to finish with Chromie to get it. So that's a little end game thing we got done while we were leveling up. Happy about that. We're almost halfway to 60. Getting pretty close to 100k XP. And I heard some interesting news, guys. Supposedly, Turtle Wow is getting sued for copyright infringement by Blizzard. Supposedly, they hit 44,000 concurrent players. I believe they released a new server with a bunch of new content, and Blizzard stepped in. And they're alleging that Turtle Wow used its code, art, and trademarks without permission. And that's true, I guess. It's probably pretty damn true. And the reason why I think they stepped in now, because usually Blizzard lets these private servers go for a long time, unless they actually like threaten, until they like build too big of a following, or they're making something that they think would be controversial. Now, 44,000 concurrent players is quite a bit, but they were also creating WoW 2.0, the Turtle Wow team. And it was going to be pretty much classic World of Warcraft, but in Unreal Engine 5. So like an updated engine, which I think Blizzard should eventually do. Right? Like, the graphics are fine, but they're outdated. They look good. It's a little cartoony. They could make it look so much better. And that's what Turtle Wow was going to do, and I guess they didn't want them to do that. Because if it looked good, a lot of, like, maybe even I would play it. Because it would be interesting to see what World of Warcraft would be like in an Unreal, in a new engine. But yeah, they're gonna get banned. And usually when Blizzard bans a private server, the last one was Nostalrius, and right after Nostalrius got banned, they're like, alright guys, we're releasing Classic. Nostalrius was the biggest Classic vanilla server. And they banned it, and then a year or two later, Classic WoW came out. So maybe we'll be seeing, a WoW 2.0 in the future. Or maybe we'll be seeing a Classic Plus, because that's what Turtle WoW was. It was a Classic Plus style of game. Supposedly they were doing a pretty damn good job. Try to get into a layer here. It's nice of this guy to hook me up. Are we on layer 2? I assume we are now. There's not many people here yet. We're on it. Very kind of that guy. Give us a layer 2. How are we doing with stuff in our bags? Looks okay. We really need these healing pots. We have 4 of these ones. I highly doubt we wouldn't even really want to use these till later. Our bags are getting kind of full. Could have made some wolf meat. Maybe I should have went to iron feathers. I forget what these are for. They're supposedly worth quite a bit on the auction house. We'll just chill. There's no... Some loot I could get rid of, maybe. Yeah, this stamina intellect Belt we don't really need.
I have just the thing for you.
Yeah, it's a big ban seeing Turtle Wow go down. You don't really hear about them like going after, you know, servers like that. I guess we can get rid of Steel Sylvanas. We've been holding on to this since we completed Shadowfang Keep, which is a long time ago. It's a cool back piece. Well, I think we'll hold on to one we get. Ichor of Undeath, we can sell that. Giant eggs. I think those are for like a recipe we want to make craft.
Be careful.
Iron web silk. We can get rid of that.
Well met.
Try to hold on to as much stuff as we can, because once we hit 60, we will be able to use the auction house. We got a few people hanging out here. A lot of different guilds. Heart and Solo, Fatal, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. That's a funny. That wins the best name of the raid guilds here. This guy's got Nightfall. It's badass. He's Shaman? Yeah. Enhanced Shaman. Usually give the Enhanced Shaman's Nightfall. So what Nightfall does, it chance on hit spell damage taken by the target is increased by 15% for 5 seconds. Usually give this to an Enhanced Shaman or a Red Paladin if you're on Alliance side. And it applies that debuff to the boss, and then your spellcasters deal 15% increased damage. It's pretty damn good. You really want your Enhanced Shamans to use it. Now, does it help the Enhanced Shaman do more damage? No. But neither does it help the Ret, but that's not why you're there. You're pretty much just there to apply Nightfall. And they're worth like 2k on the auction house. Alright, so let's focus up here. I don't want to miss the buff talking about loot, but that's a cool weapon to see. You don't really see that too often. But yeah, we're in for some good stuff coming. They're going to take whatever Turtle WoW produced, which I heard was some pretty good Classic Plus content, and also the potential of WoW 2.0 on Unreal 5. If that comes out, it's going to be pretty damn cool. But I think they're saving that for the end of the World Soul Saga. Because at the last Titan sounds like it's going to be a pretty insane expansion. Yeah, it's gonna, the ending's gonna be a big thing. It's gonna be it should be a big ending. It's that they didn't just release this trilogy for nothing. The ending's got to have some impact, and I think it might be maybe devastating impact to the point where they do WoW 2. Who knows? $44,000 players on the server. It's not that big. It's a lot. It's sort of like it's a big server. It's like Night Slayer, which is the biggest Classic Anniversary server. So it's quite a few players there. They're losing out on close to $1 million a month because of that server. The thing is, a lot of those people there are probably, they just don't like the current version of WoW, so there's a good chance the majority of them would not pay for the subscription. But they're thinking about that as well. And we also have a Winterfall Firewater. We'll use that. We'll just start farming, guys. Looks like we're here by ourselves, which is great. And we're gonna get our you know, rep up with the Timbermaw and farm some Firewaters. Get a little bit of XP. Not too sure. Got a bunch of beads too. I think we have like 10 now. 13. Forgot to go and buy food. My bad. We'll eat the rest that we have. Maybe we'll go back after that. Yeah, we're pretty damn close to 60, guys. Not too sure if we'll be doing any more questing. Maybe we will. But it's farming, you know, 100k XP isn't too bad. I did check out, you know, all the endgame zones. I might switch it up and go down to... There we go, got some Firewater there, that's good. I might switch it up and go down to, you can go farm in Blasted Lands if we want. It's not too bad. Get ourselves some more roids. Just to change the scenery up a little bit. But we have around 5 to 6 hours, I think, of farming. And then we would be level 60. Hopefully he doesn't heal here. If he heals, we'll war stomp. Classic WoW's in a very strange spot right now. There's going to be some changes coming. You know, we have Hardcore, we have Anniversary, we have Classic Era, and we have Mist of Pandaria. Like the community, a small community is already split into 4 different versions of the game. And then there's also retail. There's, you know, the 5th version. So there's 5 different WoW versions that people play. I think that's why they don't come out with Classic Era TBC and Classic Era Wrath of the Lich King. It's because they don't want to split the community up even more. But I'll be honest, I kind of wish Classic was... I wish they had Classic Era TBC, Classic Era Wrath of the Lich King. And then they kept on doing, you know, seasons where you would go through vanilla, TBC, then Wrath, and then it ends. And then if you go through it all, you can get like an achievement, and you get a mount at the end for each season, depending on if you do all the stuff in a checklist. It'd be kind of fun. And then at the end of each, you know, expansion during the seasons, you know, you can transfer your character over to each era server. And then over time you would collect like a huge, like a big group of like a bunch of characters for each era server. And you just go back and reminisce on the times that you had with that character, and like, you know, check out an Axe Ramus in vanilla, or do, you know, a Black Temple on TBC, or check out Icecrown Citadel on your one of your, you know, raid ready characters that you put so much time into. And the cool thing about doing that is all the time you put into the character doesn't feel like it just is a waste. I hate that so much about WoW. That's why I'm not a big fan of Mists of Pandaria, because I know everything I do in like a year or in a bit will be... It's just going to be useless, and I won't be able to use the stuff. I won't be able to play the character at that level again. Like, pretty much everything gets wiped when a new expansion comes out. That's why I didn't dive too deep into Cataclysm. I had hopes that Wrath of the Lich King would have an era server, but they didn't do it. But I think that's what they should do. An era server for the trilogy, vanilla TBC, Wrath of the Lich King, and then they do seasonal, you know, server, anniversary style server where they go through all 3 expansions. And then at the end of each expansion, you can transfer your character over to the era server. And they can make money off of it. I don't care spending $5 to bring my character over that I put, you know, 20 days time into. That's why that's another reason why I think like era servers should exist. Because think about how much time you're putting into these characters for them to just, I don't know, become crap when a new expansion comes out. You pretty much lose that character when the new expansion comes out. Like when I had my rogue with Warglaves on TBC, once Wrath of the Lich King came out, that character was like, I don't know, it's not the same. You'll never get to play that character ever again. It really sucks. And I think that's what, you know, gamers are looking for. They want something that lasts. You know, they put time in their character. They want it to not just disappear. I hate the way they handled the classic. They did the right thing in vanilla. They started the era servers. That was great. That's why I'm actually like pumped up to do Naxxramas raid on my mage, because I'll be able to bring that character over to the era servers, and I'll just always have a mage that can, you know, do a little bit of PvP, check out Nax, just like my warrior. I have a warrior on era, a lot of good gear on it, pretty much full Nax gear, ready to go. So if I ever want to go on, I can go on and do some raids. Play a warrior again. And it cost me like 10 to 15 bucks or something like that to do it, but I didn't care. I put so much time into that character. There's no way I'm just going to let it disappear. That's what I think players want nowadays. Because what's going to happen after they're done with that version of the mop version of Classic? It's like just everyone's going to lose all their stuff that they collected, right? Are they going to lose, you know, say someone got the ZG Tiger. You're going to lose that mount? Ashes of Alar? Invincible? Is that all just going to disappear? Now, the plan is, I think, they're going to be like, bring the character over to retail. Which is not a bad idea. But there's going to be a lot of pissed off retail players seeing hundreds of Invincibles and CG Tigers. You know. The mount won't be rare anymore. Is what I'm saying. You'll see it all over the place. I've never seen one drop. I've done probably over 100 CGs. So it'd still probably be pretty rare, but in Classic, I remember in TBC, I seen so many ZG Tigers. A lot of people had them. So we'll see what they do, but it's got to end sometime, right? Like, how far can they go? Like, Who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll just keep it going. I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe WoW. Maybe at the end of the last Titan, they'll do it, right? That could be the plan. Like, the game is done. You know what I mean? That version of the game is like the retail version of the game has been completely. It's over. And now they're gonna be like, we're gonna bring the players from Classic, which will be like at the end of Classic Legion. We're gonna bring the retail, all of them together, and you can just go all to the new game, WoW 2.0. Maybe that's what they'll do. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Couple free games that came out on Epic Launcher. Game called Make Way. It's an action party racing game. Just a fun, you know, game to play with friends. Looks pretty cool. And then there's another game called Machinarium, which is a adventure puzzle game where you're a little robot who's been thrown out to the scrapyard behind the city. You must return to confront the Black Cap Brotherhood and save his robot girlfriend. So a couple indie games. One's like a fun party game, and others just I guess you could call it like an adventure game, adventure puzzle game, I guess is what they call it. I've never really played a game like that. I guess you can't call it an RPG. And those are free till September 4th. That's what I've noticed. A lot of the games are indie games that they give out for free, and then randomly you'll see like a AAA title. There's a Rich Thorium Vein right there. Too bad we're not high enough level to get it. Here, you get one, I get one. Wanna go? He's got a heal. He's got Festering Rash. Here, man, do you want to invite? Go behind you, buddy. Farm right over here. It's like, I'm getting out of here. I was giving him the stutter stab. I'm like, go, man. But he probably doesn't trust me, and I respect that. I could stutter step, and he charges in. And I just walk away, and he gets killed by 2 furbolgs. That could happen. People do that stuff. Look, a mage came in, and you can actually range pull that, and you won't pull the Den Watcher. I didn't know that. It's pretty cool. Now Zendavius is here, guys. Don't go up there. Yeah, 2030, that'll probably be the end of the World Soul Saga, I assume. And by 2030, that would probably be, for Classic, if they kept on going, probably be the end of Legion. If they kept going, right? Say they do Warlords of Draenor. I'd be shocked if they did Warlords of Draenor. Need to be 275 mining to mine rich thorium veins. Alright, well, we're running out of food here. So I got Battle Shout. Did he join my group? No, he didn't. He's in his own group. Need to go get some food. And that's why my mage is my main. This is because I know all the loot that I get in Nax, I'll be able to keep on the classic era servers, and it will actually be good when TBC comes out. You can actually clear Karazhan with Nax gear. So it's pretty damn good loot. Lasts a long time.
Yo!
Okay, so let's get some more food here.
Do I have a deal for you?
Oh, Ren's dropping.
Come in, come in. Just don't sit too close to the stove. It hasn't
This
exploded
food
yet
is so
today, but
expensive.
just to be safe, I think you should sit elsewhere.
A 20 stack is like a gold 60. It's so bad.
If you ever need anything.
So bad. It's very expensive. I'm going to be farming food. That's it. That's why you got to be a cook. I should just be farming food now. Let's find like a food that I can eat. Doesn't cost much to make. Because I've gone through so many stacks of this. Probably spent over 10 gold, 20, maybe 20 gold on food. Wow, level 60. Warrior went down. His last words were, "I'm stunned for 2 seconds. He died to a Fire Lord." Wonder if that's in Blackrock Depths. Can't really see the location where he died. I think that's Blackrock Depths. It looks like it. Could be Blackrock Depths or Molten Core. Yeah, I think it might be Molten Core. They can just one-shot you, man. Probably got stunned by one of the Earth Elementals and then comboed into like a Fire Lord spell. They got Soul Burn. Inflicts 4,000 damage to an enemy over 16 seconds, preventing it from casting spells. And reducing the physical damage it deals by 50%. Pretty rough debuff. I think it might be the lava spawn that might have hit him too, maybe. Could just be like a combo of things. Lava spawns do a lot of damage. Hopefully we don't die in Molten Core. Get go, run away! able to kick. Well, what the heck, dude? He just spawned right on top of us. This guy's just chilling. He's a solo leveler, but he's in a party. He's in the guild solo leveling. Another hunter there. I have like 200 more of these mobs to take down. And then we'll be... yeah, probably around 200. We'll be level 60. Here's our fire waters. Got 3. We've been getting pretty lucky with the fire water drop rate today. Might have to go to Ogrimmar soon. Unless we can buy some spices here. We're almost there, champ. That's right, DFHC. I think he's right beside us. He just went by us here. I wonder if he's fighting Zandavius. Yeah, I will. Yeah, he's up. He just went by us. He was the hunter. The other hunter. This guy's running away. Get ourselves a food buff here. Yeah, we're pretty damn close. There's no point in taking any risks now. Might as well just... yeah, you're going up there. It's too strong. 62 elite, pretty too strong for me. Just gonna farm some rep, guys, and get some XP while we do it. Hopefully get as many fire waters as we can. Because we will want them for raid and dungeons. Gonna be treating dungeons like raids. Go in with full world buffs. Gonna be a lot of gold farming on this guy. It's gonna be broke. All the consumes we need to use. Thing is, though, it's gonna be weird if you do all these. You're using full world buffs and like consuming, and then somebody else in your group isn't, right? So I doubt everybody like goes that far in dungeons. It's obviously worth doing in raids. Yeah, we'll see. Can really get like, you can blast through dungeons if you have full world buffs. I don't think we'll be going fast, though. Depends what we're doing. Maybe we'll be tanking. Maybe we will be... being a damage dealer? Who knows? We'll see. Looking forward to it, though. That's why the hardcore server is cool, too. Is because, you know, everything we collect is like... This server's never going to TBC, so it's pretty much permanent as long as you live. Yeah, it's gonna be my 4th run on a hunter, on a warrior. Died on a human, and I died on 2 orcs. I got to the 40s. I think it was like 43 or something like that on my human warrior. I thought we were for sure gonna hit 60 on that guy, but I'm kind of messed up. Like I was using the auction house. I was doing everything. It wasn't like a self-found playthrough at all. We just made a dumb pull. We just did a dumb pull. In this little Kunda place in STV. And this place over here, Ruins of Zulkunda. Pulled too many trolls. And then on the orcs, we died at the Agamon family crypt in Tirisfal Glades. I grouped up with somebody and I was like, let's go. I was like, easy, let's do this. And then we just died. We both died. That was funny. And then I died in the Barrens up here at the Boulder Lode mine. Died to a bunch of goblins. I played terribly. So what happened is I got disarmed and then I used retaliation. I didn't have a weapon. So I wasn't really in, like, my weapon skill with unarmed was pretty low, so I was like missing. It was terrible. It was really bad. Because I didn't know. I think it might have been my first time getting disarmed in that mine. And that was when I was like fighting two goblins. But that's usually where you die, right? In enclosed places like the Agamon family crypt or in caves, mines. And these outdoor encampments like Zulkunda, it's pretty much, it's packed with trolls, and they're all, you know, patrolling. And what happened there, I was fighting like I think 2 trolls, and then a patrol came, and then another group came. Like, I don't know, I pulled a bunch of stuff. And I just couldn't handle it. And I was playing Prot, which was terrible for that. I was playing Deep Prot, I think. Now, if I was, you know, an arms warrior there, I could have just retaled and just crossed my fingers. But when you're Deep Prot, you just don't do enough damage. You can't kill all these mobs around you. So I got pwned. All right, here we go, 100K. This is gonna be it after we slay this mob. We're just over 100K XP until level 59. The trade. That's something I could think about doing. And there's Kim Jail indeed. You don't get a lot of XP for that though. And they're all low-level blood elves. Just be range pulling all the time. You go here, this is where all the blood elves are. Couple of quests there. You gotta get him his stuff. His stuff is all here. Kim Jail indeed quest. Not a bad one. Could do that just to do a quest, but you can't really get anything special from it. Like, the reward from killing these furbolgs is way better. Getting our Timbermaw wrap up and also getting Winterfall Firewater. And we also get more XP slaying these guys, so it's hard to like want to go do that quest. That's always one I was potentially thinking of doing. Could go down to we haven't been down here actually. I haven't been Burning Steps. Not a bad idea. Get Broodling Essence maybe. You can also get a few quests ready for Blackrock Depths, which would be a good idea, I think. Well, there he is. EFHC. He's an LG. What the heck is Survivor of the Shadow Flame? That means he's done braids? That's so cool. I think that's what that means. I think he's done Blackwing Lair. Pretty sure that's what that means. So our Soul of Iron will eventually have self-found under it. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. Looks us a Juju power. That is badass. It's not cheap, dude. That gave us a Juju power, dude. Farms hard. That's for serious raid consume right there. But yeah, so our self-found adventure will go into our Soul of Iron. So we'll remove self-found, but since we hit 60, there'll be a little achievement saying that we leveled self-found. And it looks like he got another achievement. I guess that's from completing Blackwing Lair. It's cool how they have that here. It's sort of like a little achievement box. Tells you what the character's done. Another thing that's going to be rough for us is getting our hit. We need 9% hit for hit cap, and it's going to be kind of tough to get that as a torrent. Orcs can just use axes, and they only need 6 because they have axe specialization. So axe specialization gives them 3% hit. We're going to need 9. And the way we kind of deal with that is we get Edge Masters. Edge Masters is going to cost us a lot of gold. But I'm going to farm it because, like, you might as well. You have Edge Masters. It's pretty damn good. You don't really need Edge Masters, though. There's other items we can use. Like, there's a Miner's Helmet you can get that gives you hit. Specialization with a certain weapon type. There's a lot of items like that. There's Age Core leather gloves that we could get in Molten Core. It's off the second boss. show you them here. See, they give you +5 to daggers. Pretty good. I think that would allow us to only need 6% hit, but we'd have to use daggers. But as a warrior, you can level up any weapon, right? That's another thing that's going to be a kind of a pain. Leveling up all these weapons. That is going to be quite the grind. And that's what most of the episodes will be. It's just gonna be a lot of grinding. I want to show the entire journey. I'll probably show a lot more on this character than I show on the mage. The mage I kind of just show, you know, dungeon runs, raids. I don't really show like open world farming or putting up stuff on the auction house. I just really show the raid content. Any like situation where we can like, you know, get a gear upgrade. I try to show. And I'll try to show everything on the hardcore character because, you know, I could just die. Open world farming, right? You can die anywhere. So if I died and I didn't have it on an episode, that'd be terrible. So I kind of feel like I have to show. Like everything we're doing, right? Like even if you're just selling something in Stormwind, maybe some guy brings, you know, an elite dragon to Stormwind and it kills us. You never know, right? I mean, well, we're in Orgrimmar, so yeah, it probably wouldn't happen. You rarely ever see someone drag elites to Orgrimmar. Not too sure if it's possible. Might be, though. There is elites up here in Ashara, up top here. From what I remember. There's elites here as well. Blue Dragon Flight. But yeah, we have a lot of farming to do. I assume a lot of people just buy gold. I'm not gonna do that though. Try to find a farm. This is a decent farm here. Sell fire waters. Can also sell tank services. 2 gold each here? Not bad. We could make 8 gold. We sold the fire waters. It's not much though. Assume consumes are probably just as expensive here as they are on anniversary. Yeah, I'm not too sure how we would make gold. That's good old gold, man. Always the biggest headache. No, it is part of the game. You have to come to raids prepared, man. Especially in hardcore. Getting these Jujus will be a must too. Juju powers, 30 strength. Get them from farming down here. These giants, you pick up these quests here. I think it's with the Witch Doctor Morari. Collect 4 Frostmaul shards, and then I think he gives you some Jujus or something like that. But he is the Juju vendor. And then you can get Juju power. You can buy these on the auction house too, though. Oh, I should have force stomped there. Yeah, not bad. 105k right now. Almost 100k away. Can range pull this guy supposedly. Can't pull in the other one. It's good to know. Did not know that until I seen the mage pull him, and then this guy didn't aggro. But I'll probably play this character till he dies. And I probably won't start another hardcore run until that happens. So I'll probably play Alliance next time. And leveling an alt for this, for gold, isn't really, I don't really see it being worth it. Because that's another 160 plus hours of leveling. In that time, you could just farm gold on your level 60, right? Even if the gold per hour is not that great, it's still better than leveling up the character. Because even if you do level up a character that's like a little bit better at gold farming, with some like gold farming professions, I think the professions could make it worth it. If you had skinning and you're skinning like... Thing is, if you're in a raid, and I assume in hardcore, there's no chance you're getting access to any of the skins. Right? You probably have a guild skinner. I'm kind of shocked I'm getting it. I've been able to skin so much stuff in raid with my mage. I've made quite a bit of gold, like thousands of gold just skinning dragons and Phoenixia. Probably made 1,000 gold just from skinning in raids. So that's how I paid for my mount. I haven't dropped skinning yet. I'm just holding on to it until Nax, and then I'll probably switch to engineering. We already have engineering on this guy, so I'm not going to drop it. And it's good to have, right? Having target dummies is great. We'll be able to get advanced target dummies as well. And then we'll probably want to buy one of these. It's probably one of the first things you want to buy. Ooh. Make sure we're kind of safe here. Pretty safe. I can't look. I'm gonna get out of combat. Nice. Agi scroll. Yeah, one of these, a Petri. I wonder how much Petris are. They don't really tell you. Pretty expensive, probably. But what it does, it turns us to stone, protecting us from all physical attacks and spells for 1 minute. During that time, you cannot attack, move, or cast spells. You can only have the effect of 1 flask at a time. So what you could do with that... Obviously, in raids, you can just leave group and then wait for, you know, the 1 minute you'll be summoned out of here thing to happen, then you click Petri. Another thing you can do, you can Petri and then just log, like, just Alt F4. And then cross your fingers so you don't die. I think people do that as well. And they have like a macro for it to make it pretty damn quick, so... So it's almost instant. I wonder if there's mages that do the big Mara pulls in hardcore. Might be. Because you could do that with a Petri. And say, like, you feel like the pulls fail. You could just leave party as long as it's not yours. You have, like, another account that runs that's, you know, the lead. And then you just leave, and then you wait for the 1 minute to come up, you Petri, and then you're done. You don't lose your character. Kind of a cheesy way of playing the game, but... yeah, everybody does it. I guess that's the excuse. I think that's a fair excuse. Alright, everyone buys gold. Everyone... It is what it is. If your whole grade team's doing it, you should do it. So that'll probably be one of the first things we buy is a Petri flask. Or we go into a dungeon. I just got another fire water. Not bad. Oh, 40 died. Eastern Kingdoms doesn't tell you who he died to. A hunter level 31. Died to Magistrate Birdside at the Hillsbrad farm. That farm kills so many people, man. So we went into that to the town hall. The town hall is pretty dangerous. A lot of like mages in there. It's pretty much packed. Wouldn't recommend it. We went it. Did we go in there? I think we did. Yeah, we went in with another person though. We didn't go in solo. It's hard to go in there solo. I guess as a hunter you feel like you can because you have your pet and should have feigned death at 31, I believe. So you might as well give it a try. Another hunter down. Died with the Stangle Spear. Is that guy an elite? It's like a knoll.
Time is money, friend.
Alright, well there we go. That was pretty good. We're at 109k XP now. So just 100k to go, guys. So I'm looking at probably 5 hours and we will be level 60 if we make it. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.